wine tasting, and you have to drink something else or eat some crackers in between so that you don't get the same taste from this and that, and it makes it very difficult for the judges.
Okay, my question is, you have all these restaurants there, but you mentioned something about booths. Some are going to be, what, displaying just food, while others are cooking, or how is that going to be?
Yeah, it starts from 1 o'clock on. For example, the people are going to have, like KDI, or they're allowed to have one of the sponsors, or the sushi bar, or discount drinks, or Traffic Jam has a booth, which they get also voted on for best booth. The Island Winery is going to have a booth, and you go there and you taste what their product they have, and then the customer actually votes for their product. They're separate from the judging that's being done by Dan and the rest of the people. So that's so you can have stuff to do, like shop, clothing store with Traffic Jam, or you could have some information about MediaGrump, or Total Health Food is going to have healthy items that people could go there and actually test out, or some people are going to be selling products. So yeah, there's going to be booths, the little booth section all throughout the whole event, so that people can go there and actually check it out. In between the time that the competition starts at 3 o'clock, and then they go from cooking, it goes right to the judge, and then the people make the line to actually taste in smaller portions what the judge were tasting. So they get an idea, well, that was really good. Yes, they should have got first place, they should have got second place, that kind of stuff. So the people still get to taste the food, just not in large quantity, or not displayed like it's displayed for the judges, because the judging is done on, obviously presentation, taste, as well.
Okay.
So.
Well, as you mentioned, Traffic Jam, that's going to be entirely different from thing. That's for
people
they get a prize for the best booth.
Yes.
Not involved with the food
It has nothing to do
whatsoever,
with the
because
food, yeah.
I don't think any of the girls over there want to come down there, cook, and bring all their models down that we've had on our show, right? And they do a lot of cooking,
Yeah, no, it's mostly, Traffic Jam's been there since the beginning, so definitely they're always going to have a spot in the cook-off as far as displaying their product, and I think it's fantastic. It keeps people busy, keeps people occupied to do other things besides just eating, every 5 seconds, which I don't mind, but, when people want to shop around, look around, they're going to have other things there as well, so.
Well, one other thing that I have to ask is the fact, is it going to be in categories or something like that, like seafood category? If somebody's there cooking fish, shrimp, meals, seafood, there's another category if you're into steaks, something like that, and different meals, Italian food like spaghetti, things like that. Is everything going to be broken down like that in categories?
Not for the judging, not for the judging of like Dan's going to get a sheet saying obviously he can't make any faces while he's eating. There's rules and regulations, like,
oh, really?
They can't do that, or there's certain rules to judging. Or say, this is really good. It kind of persuades the next person next to him and say, well, maybe I didn't taste it.
There's no bribing of the judges.
Yes, no bribing of the judging. It's definitely going to go on presentation, taste. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a fish, but it has to be, if it's a fish, it has to taste good. If it's a meat, it has to taste good. It has to be presented very well in timely manner, and that's definitely one of the key points of the judging.
Basically what it's designed to do is each restaurant who's going to participate in the cook-off, they bring their best. So if it's a fish, then
It's going to be their favorite
If it's
dish.
Smokies, if it's their steak or their ribs, right, they're favorite.
I think if I had a restaurant, I'd want to have the thing off my menu that is the most asked for.
Yeah.
So in other words, that's telling you that the people that go there already judged it.
Right.
How many judges?
9 judges.
9 judges?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
it's 9 judges. It's at first I thought it was too much, but it's a perfect amount. It breaks it up, and it just flows very well.
Do the 9 judges then have to get together and decide the one that gets the most votes then from the 9 judges?
Yes, we actually take. They're going to have one of these judging sheets, and they're going to score. Then we take it away from them after the judge, and then we actually totally at the end, so they can.
Well, in other words, somebody could say, give me a figure from 1 to 10.
Yes.
10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest.
Yep,
And you get 7 or 8 that are number 5, and you get 3 that's number 9, and so on and so forth, and
Yes.
total it up, and that's the winner.
And it makes it a little bit more fair as far as presentation, taste, obviously, and that's what we want. We want to make it as fair as possible. At the same time, it's the exposure that I'm looking for these restaurants, for these events, for these people that are all like sponsoring, they're being, they're part of the event. The exposure that they're going to get from either, newspaper, TV, or anything like that is what I want. I want the business to flourish from these and say, wow, I've never been there, or, I didn't know MediaGrump was, doing this or doing that. And that's the whole idea. I want people to recognize these businesses and say, oh yeah, I seen them in the cook-off, or I know who they are, or you know what, you need somebody, you want to go to an event, go to Silver Shore, and they have a great banquet center there. Go to Pier 400, they got great wings. They have, go to Smokies, that kind of stuff, So that's the whole idea.
So you're getting that set down, but at the same time, you're trying to encourage those people to come on down.
That's right.
Right, we're making it a good community event. The moonwalk will be there again this year
Yes.
for the kids.
Okay.
So,
Are you going to have it mostly outside or inside in case it rains?
It's actually this year I went all out and I actually got a full tent for the whole
You got
place.
the tent?
Because I've been very lucky the last 2 times and I haven't got any rain, so I don't want to push my luck. It's been devastating. The second year, it rained in that morning from 6 a.m. to 8 o'clock, and then it cleared from 11 to the rest of the day. So I was very lucky. I don't want to push my luck. I was very nervous that day because I had to move grills and do things, and it was pouring. And I thought, I don't have a tent, so I have to move everything inside. I'm going to do the competition. So this year I said, I'm just going to get a tent. This
Just
one I
play
have
it
to wear-
safe and not worry.
I don't have to worry about it, and it's, if it costs me a little more, I think this year's going to be a lot bigger. With the help of these guys, definitely, I'm excited about it, and I think people should definitely do it. We have a flyer of it. There's, like I said, this website that actually Dan built, www.downrivercookoff.com.
Yep.
So I'm looking, I'm excited about it this year, and then we have a lot of sponsors, which is going to be very helpful, and we have a lot of participants and people that are competing. I'm hoping you guys, I'm going to bring you a couple of tickets, so, I know you like food.
One thing, I think I
I'm a
told you
fish eater.
before we came on,
Oh, yeah, you have something going on there.
yeah, Women of Wyandotte will be having their thing that same day, but across from you guys. The Italian-American Club is going to be the second
But that's a health thing.
It's health, it's food, it's exercise, and doctors, things like that. But guys, right across the street. Yours is from 1 to 8?
1 to 6.
1 to 6, and theirs is going to be from 12 to 4.
One of the twins will be at your place, and the other twin will be at Women of Wyandotte. Because they're going to have samples. You're going to have food, they're going to take samples of pills and stuff like that. Health food.
at Women of Wyandotte, we did the program for that last year. That's what our company did. Yeah.
It was a nice one. It
Yeah.
really was.
Thank
yeah.
you.
So you're the ones.
Yes, we're the
It's
ones.
nice to
yes.
meet you, see? Okay, so that's everything planned. You're still checking up on maybe more restaurants, but at least you're getting the word out. Hey, plan on that day. It's going to be at the Silver Shores. And I'm glad you guys are out here, but we can't
First off, we
forget
got
Smitty.
the August 12th, and I'm sure that Frank will come back at least one more time before the September 16th deal. But we want to push this for the next couple weeks because this is coming up on August the 12th for Smitty.
That's right. We appreciate that very much. So I'm very happy about
And
it.
I don't have any more golf shirts from the Ryder Cup
That's
either.
okay. Give us a couple of golf tips. We'll be happy.
Okay, we have to remind everybody, though, August 3rd is the Palatine Fathers, what's that, euchre at
Big
KSC.
euchre thing at the KSC, and they said that Father Noel's been going through training too to learn how to play the game, so he ought to be
You
ready
guys
by
know
then.
how to play euchre?
Oh, it's been some time, but yeah, I think I might
Yeah.
remember.
You might
yeah?
remember,
Yeah.
I still have a time,
She makes it mixed up.
We had a big table talk,
Peanut.
are you throwing secret signals?
Yeah.
Wink a couple times.
I know that people do that. They go like this. I got something in my eye, and that's
I'll
it.
tell you what.
Oh God.
He and his dad used to be a team. I don't know what they did, but they almost sensed what
We were
they
considered
had.
professionals and got kicked out of a lot of tournaments. I'll tell you that. But there's so many tricks to that game. Watching your opponent.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, and like like I said, I started out with pinochle. So it's sure different for these people that are doing euchre. You have your left bower, which is a jack, and the other jack is a right bower. And then you're coming ace, king, queen, jack. Pinochle, it's different. You got ace, 10, king, queen, jack.
Well, I know there'll be a lot of pretty good euchre players down there and some
Yeah, they're
that just
practicing.
love to do that and thing like that. Have we got time for you to mention who all the judges are, all 9 of them? Do you know all 9 of them at this time?
No, we have a couple there. Joe Pearson obviously is not going to be there, but the chief of police is actually supposed to be stepping in, but I haven't had his full agreement yet, so I don't want to say his name if he's not going to be.
What do you pick as judges?
We're working on Mayor Joe Kuspa from Southgate.
Okay,
Mayor Joe
okay.
What do you do, pick judges that just love food? Love to eat or what?
I'd like to take, last year we had the Vice President of Men's Warehouse. I'm going to have Bruce, Scott Howell, which is a lieutenant for the Navy this year. Last year, we had just like the mayor of, also Taylor we had last year, Mayor Wyandotte, you know, because it's downriver.
Well, if the guy's been eating Navy food, he'll be a good judge.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because I know I did 7 years in the Navy myself, and I can tell you a lot about Navy food.
Yeah, well, he will be there full uniform, I believe, because that's what I want him to
I will
wear.
say this, though, of all the branches of the service, the Navy had the best food.
Really?
There's going to be Marines, and, well, the Marines ate with the Navy, so they shouldn't say anything, you know.
You're talking about also Navy, maybe we better mention, remember about a month ago, we
Yeah, that
did
was
have
a
the Border
fantastic
Patrol person on, 2 of them actually. And here's the telephone number, just in case you happen to see something that you think might be questionable. Call the Border Patrol number, tell them where you're at, what you're seeing, especially with people in Bishop Park and Trenton. You're near the water. This is a very important thing, especially nowadays.
what
It's
did he say?
scary, isn't it?
Over 14,000
Wow.
of guarding our country here across the North and South Dakota and all the way over Arizona, and especially here, in that, being so close to the river here, and Canada so close to us. So the Border Patrol, they're protecting us on not only immigrants, as we might say, coming into this country illegally and all that things, but a lot of other things too, smuggling and everything else. So people should be aware that if they see something, that it doesn't hurt to make a phone call, and don't be afraid that you might look like you're stupid for saying something, because you never know.
You never know.
I mean, if somebody would have saw this kid walking into that theater out there in Colorado carrying guns, it might not have happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you. I'm glad you had a chance to come here and let everybody know what's going to be happening in August and September. And you're going to fill us in before that date?
Absolutely. I'm
Who's
going to
really
at least
coming?
1 or twice.